Every Tuesday afternoon, you can catch a podcast through our website at talkbusiness.net or the iTunes store of our roundup of business news and commentary. Who will you hear? Our business editor, Wesley Brown, and myself offering our take on a variety of issues. Wes now joins me. Welcome to the program. Good to have you with us.
Thanks for inviting me, man.
All right, 4 topics, 4 minutes.
4 topics, 4 minutes.
You think you can handle that?
I think I can.
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Fayetteville Shale play. The rig count for gas drilling in Arkansas is down in single digits. Capital expenditures have fallen off dramatically, almost down 90% in some instances. Severance tax collections, 50% off in the first 2 months of the year.
Well done.
Is the Fayetteville Shale boom over?
A resounding yes. And unless the natural gas price comes back, it's not going to come back. We've had, over the last decade, we've had a boom. We had over probably $20 billion in an investment into the Fayetteville Shale. Southwestern Energy, the Fayetteville Shale leader itself, one company has put more than $10 billion in over the last 10 years, but it's cutting its budget down to about $500 million this year. So it's going to be really difficult for us to see that come back unless the price of natural gas gets back over $3. It's down about $2.65 right now. So.
All right, second question you get to ask.
Okay, one of your favorite people, Charles Morgan, announced that the 2 companies he's now heavily involved in the Conway area are moving to Little Rock, Privacy Star and Anuvo. Why are they moving here?
Because Charles Morgan wants to walk to work. That's why I really think they're moving here. But I will say that Little Rock's made them a pretty sweet deal. There's a lot more tech talent in Little Rock than there probably is or could be recruited to Conway.
Right.
But I don't think that stopped Conway from making a real hard sales pitch to keep them there. But the bottom line is I think Charles Morgan knows what's available here in Little Rock, and even though it's just 30 minutes away, that commute can be all the difference in the world for some folks. But you see what's going on in the creative corridor down here in Little Rock too, downtown Little Rock in the tech sector, and I think that there's a lot of momentum building, and this is going to add another piece. And ironically, Charles Morgan putting that Axiom building down in the River Market was a big catalyst along with the Clinton Library. So that's why I think that you're seeing the moves here. All right.
Okay.
Grid operator Southwest Power Pool released a study showing that the EPA carbon emission rules could be met by 2030. The 2015 could be, but at a cost of about $3 billion a year. Energy companies contend this is going to raise rates. It's going to cost too much to do. Do the cost concerns matter?
Not to the EPA. They don't matter. The EPA is going to decide in June. President Obama's so-called Clean Power Plan is supposed to come into place. A draft rule is out there, and they're going to take those rules and make them permanent in June. And what that will do for Arkansas, it means that possibly 2 of our coal-fired energy plants will be shut down, and our governor says that's going to cause us to lose jobs in Arkansas. It's going to raise our rates. So, but the EPA is saying we're going to move this because carbon emissions hurt our natural air. So I think you're going to see. Over the next few weeks, the debate is going to get pretty heated, but the EPA is not going to move.
All right, getting the wrap that we got about 60 seconds left. Last question.
Walmart hourly wages, they're now up to at least $9 for the frontline workers. It will grow to about $10 in February. Does Walmart's move make a difference?
Well, yeah, you give somebody a raise, it's going to make some sort of difference. It's the right thing to do, number one. It needed to be done. The minimum wage has been too low for a lot of those frontline workers. I think that you have seen and will see more of Walmart's competitors raising their wages for frontline workers as well to try to compete and be there. That said, when it gets up to $10 an hour for the hourly wage in February, that still is a lot to ask someone to live off of. So we'll see. I don't think it lets the gas pedal off of the national debate to raise the minimum wage higher and to put more pressure on local communities to do that. My 2 cents.